Hi, hello. I am physician Ling Jiayi. Oh, okay, can. I'll start with a self-introduction. I am an associate senior physician currently practicing at Yu Yang Sang TCM Clinic at Serangoon. I hold a double degree in biomedical sciences and traditional Chinese medicine, graduated from Nanyang Technology University and Beijing University of Chinese Medicine. I've been working at Yu Yang Sang for 9 years. And as a mother of two, I'm happy today to be able to share with you how TCM can help to manage postnatal weight gain. So, okay, a lot of new mothers have this concern, postnatal weight gain. As mothers, we know that definitely with a new baby, sleepless night and the stress of taking care of the new baby, all this can promote weight gain. And of course, stress hormones promote weight gain. And with the stress, additional stress, you actually crave to eat more. So sleepless night, stress, and some of the women have low thyroid function during pregnancy or after pregnancy. So if you have weight gain, you might get it checked also. Consequences of postnatal weight gain, needless to say, with the additional baby weight, a lot of new mothers actually, other than coping with the new baby, you coping with the weight gain, you feel low self-esteem, anxiety, a bit postnatal blues. And other than emotional stress, you actually have, it actually takes a toll on your health. You have increased risk of diabetes, hypertension, heart disease when you're older. And with the next pregnancy, you might also have an increased risk of high blood pressure and diabetes. So we definitely have to do something about it. So we all know that we need to change our lifestyle. Lifestyle modification is definitely needed. And if you are breastfeeding exclusively, you will burn about 500 calories per day. But that's the reason why you have to eat well, more nutritious food, but definitely not for two. When you're pregnant, you don't eat for two. And now when you're breastfeeding, you don't eat for two. So just make sure you eat healthy, avoid food that are high in sugar and fat content, and drink lots of low or zero calories fluid. So we have to cut down on the sugar, cut down on the empty carbohydrates and junk food. But of course, don't go into any crash diets because you are breastfeeding, you need the nutrition. And exercise. Exercise is very important. After confinement, during confinement, you cannot exercise. After you get the green light from your doctor, you can actually start to exercise and slowly get into the regime. You can start by walking outside or pushing the stroller and go out and walk. Maybe just 30 minutes a day can help a lot, just to start to go back into the exercise regime. And studies have shown that mothers who eat well and exercise well most probably have children that eat well and exercise well as well. So it's actually good for the mothers and the children. So how can TCM help? So, but a lot of patients, actually I see a lot of patients in the clinic, and after labor, they actually come to us and they say that, okay, even with after lifestyle modification, after watching their diet and after exercising, they still can't lose their baby weight, and some may even continue to gain weight. So what if some people still have difficulty losing weight, or they just don't have the energy to exercise? Some find that they feel very tired. They don't even have the energy to do anything else. And looking at their baby weight, they don't know whether it's water retention or is it fats. And they also have other problems such as irregular bowel movements, indigestion, flatulence, wind in the stomach. So a whole lot of other problems. So maybe this is the time where you can actually look at TCM, because TCM is a holistic approach. We look into the root cause of the body. So we believe that after labor, of course, after labor, during labor, we actually lose a lot of T and blood when we push the baby out. That's why we have confinement. It's a confinement period. The Chinese believe that it's actually to replenish our body and nurse our body back to health. We have to replenish the T and blood that we lost during labor. And so when we lose a lot of T and blood, our energy, our whole 5 organ system, the organ system will also be imbalanced. So we have to rebalance the body. So TCM not only focuses on losing weight, we actually focus on improving your health and overall well-being. So it's important to lose the weight in a healthy manner. So I would suggest that if you have any questions, it would be good if you can come down to the clinic to see a registered TCM practitioner to get assessment, to have a one-to-one consultation. We will feel your pulse, we will assess your body type and know what is wrong with you. And then we can actually come up with a proper treatment plan for you. But of course, today I'm happy to be able to share some TCM tips that you can actually practice at home. So as a mother, so I'll be sharing with you a lot of recipes and a lot of common Chinese herbs that you can actually use in your daily cooking, which I think is not only good for you, but actually is good for the whole family. So this is one of the most common cause that I see for women, for new mothers who have weight gain problem, spleen qi deficiency. So just now, as I was trying to introduce some of the TCM concept to you, TCM actually have the 5 organ system. So just to let you know that 心肝脾肺肾, the heart, the liver, the spleen, the kidney, and the lungs are the 5 organ system in TCM. But these organs are not anatomical organs. These are the TCM organs. So not to be confused with the anatomical organs. So spleen is in charge of producing qi and blood in the body. So with the weakened qi, definitely you will feel low energy, you'll feel very tired. Some people have dizzy spells, something you can say like low metabolism rate. And because spleen is in charge of the metabolism of water, so when the spleen is not functioning well, you have an accumulation of water in the body. That's like your dampness in the body. So a lot of people say 湿气很重, 湿气, that is dampness. So you have a lot of this dampness and a lot of water inside your body. So you feel very tired, very heavy, very swollen, very puffy, and that's like water retention. And also spleen is in charge of it's like your digestive system. So it's in charge of digestion. So with a weakened spleen, you will have poor digestion, you have wind in the stomach, you feel very bloated, your bowel movement is not as smooth as before, you might experience constipation or even diarrhea. So all this you can actually, other than weight gain, you can suffer from all these problems as well. Another problem that I see very often is also eczema. A lot of women after pregnancy, they actually have like a flare of eczema. So eczema in TCM is most probably due to 湿气 also. So this is the first recipe that I'm sharing with you. 赤小豆. 赤小豆 is the one that's the red bean. So not to be confused with the normal red beans that we use. This is the 赤小豆 is like the very thin version. So this one is actually can help to remove dampness. So 赤小豆, 熟薏米, this is Chinese barley. So Chinese barley is the 生熟薏米. So the one that I'm talking today is 熟薏米 because 生薏米 is 偏凉, it's a bit cooler. So for new mothers, it's best not to take too cool food that's too cooling. So that's why I introduced 熟薏米 instead. And it's not the Holland barley. Holland barley is the Western barley. This is Chinese barley. And then Tian Shi, and then clockwise direction, that's the Fuling. So equal portion, you can actually soak before cooking it, and then you can make it into a drink and you can drink it. So the herbs that I'm introducing today with you is to improve the spleen system and to remove dampness. Yeah. And this can be actually taken, it's good for the young and old because it's not too heaty. So some people, when they talk about Chinese herbs, they'll be a bit more cautious. They'll feel that it's 很热, very heaty, because it's very 补. But the herbs that I'm introducing to you is to improve the spleen function, and it's not too heaty. So don't worry, it's actually very ideal for the whole family and ideal for Singapore's weather because Singapore is very hot and humid. So I will go into the common herbs that you can actually use it for your daily cooking. So just now, as I was saying, this is Chinese barley. So Chinese barley is a bit rounder. The Holland barley that normally tastes good is not taste good, as in the one that usually we take outside is the Holland barley, is the thinner one. Yang yimi, yeah, but this is 中国薏米, is rounder, and this has the effect of improving your spleen system and reduce water retention. So it's a diuretic. So some people who actually have urinary tract infection, they can actually take this also. So you have like a detoxification purpose. So if like some people have like pus or like acne when they're very heaty, I would suggest to some people that they can take Chinese barley with green bean also, is to clear heat and expel the pus. Tian Shi. Tian Shi is also another herb that we are used very frequently in our soup or in our porridge. So it actually can improve the spleen and kidney system. So again, this is the TCM spleen and kidney, not an anatomical kidney, spleen and kidney. Fuling is, yeah, just now I said before. And another good function of fuling is it settles the mind and it improves the sleep quality. It has 安神的作用, so it's actually very good. So for people who have poor sleep, poor sleeping quality, they can actually add fuling into their cooking. Chinese yam. Chinese yam is actually, I use it very often. There's two versions. There's the dry version that you can get it very easily from the Chinese hall. And there's the fresh ones. The fresh one is the bottom. You can take it from the supermarket. So Chinese yam, huaishan, it helps strengthen the spleen and stomach, improve digestive system, and actually helps the lungs and kidney as well. So for people with like cough, chronic cough, they also can take it. So all these herbs that I have introduced to you, you can actually mix and match. You do not need to like this recipe, make use of this few. You can actually by knowing that's why I introduced to you the various herbs. By knowing the properties of the herbs, you can actually mix and match. So one example is like 山药、芡实、薏米粥. Yeah, you can add like some red dates. Like you can add pumpkins, or like you can add fuling inside. It's okay. The taste is not very strong also, so that's why children can take it as well. And like 四神汤 or 四神粉 that children and adults can take it. 四神, normally we hear 四神汤, right? 四神 is already like out of the four. 山药 I introduced to you. 山药, 芡实, fuling, and the other one is 莲子. Yeah, so all this is actually to improve the spleen system, helps with digestion. So the other soup that I'm introducing to you is 薏米冬瓜汤, 冬瓜 winter melon. Yeah, it actually can help with improving your spleen system and reducing the excess water. So these herbs and these recipes that I share with you, once again, is to improve the spleen system. So just now, as I've said before, these are the functions of the Chinese spleen, not the anatomical spleen. It improves the qi and blood, in charge of digestion, in charge of water metabolism. But of course, these recipes that I share with you is to generally improve the spleen system and remove the excess dampness in your body. But if you feel that it's not enough, you might need to come down for a one-to-one consultation with the registered physician so that we can assess your body, assess your condition, and see what body type you are. Okay, other than food, now we can move on to good pressure is acupressure. So in the clinic setting, other than prescribing, so let me just introduce to you how I normally see patients in my clinic. When the patient comes to see a TCM physician, we will actually like feel their pulse and ask them a series of questions from their sleep to their appetite to their bowel movements to understand their body type, to assess their body type. So that's why to see what is out of balance. The 5-organ system, which one is weakened? Yeah, the yin and yang, which one is weakened? Is the qi and blood weakened? By understanding that, we find the root cause of the problem, and then we try to rebalance the body. So that is how TCM it works. So other than prescribing herbal Chinese medicine to treat the patient, I normally also do acupuncture. So as you can see, these are the meridians in our body, and they are like MRT tracks that actually connects the whole body. But they are not nerves, they are meridians. So acupuncture, we insert the needles at the acupoints to stimulate the qi and blood to elicit a healing effect. So you can't do acupuncture at home, but you can do acupressure, which means you actually massage the acupoints yourself to actually, it helps to elicit a healing effect as well. Not as strong as the needling, but of course it helps also. So 足三里, this is a very good point. It's called 足三里. If you understand Chinese, 足 is on your leg because it means that when you this point actually improves the qi, improves the vital qi and promotes health. So it means that if you massage this point, if you do acupuncture on this point, you can have enough energy to walk 3里路, to walk 3 miles. So like you have a lot of energy. So it's a 养生的穴道. Like people actually promote this point to improve the overall health and well-being. So it's located along the stomach meridian and improves the digestion. So how do you find this point? It's on the leg. So it's you can see the pictures, located 4 fingers, your own 4 fingers. You can put your own 4 fingers at the bottom of your kneecap along the outer boundary of your shin. And then it's 1 finger spacing from the shin. And then you will find that pressure. So when you massage, you can use your thumb to apply a pressure. Try to find it now. And then when you press it, you will feel like swan. You feel very tender and very soft. And that's it. Then you found the correct spot. You should feel like a bit tender, a bit sore. And then some people will feel that it's like obstructed, like how to say, like something it's not very smooth. You feel that it's stuck. That's why they say 气血不通, like the circulation is very poor. That's why you will massage, and then you will like allow the smooth circulation. So you can massage for about 4 to 5 seconds, release, repeat for about 5 to 10 minutes, alternating between the left and right leg. 足三里. You can actually Google also if you have problems. A lot of internets you can find the point. Another point is 三阴交. It's called 三阴交 because there's the 3 lines, 3条阴经交叉的穴位. It's the point where the kidney, spleen, and liver meridians intersect. Can Tcm. It's also on the leg and it's beneficial to all 3 organs because the intersection points like interchange. So actually, this point, by massaging this point, you actually benefit 3 organs. So it helps in digestion, reduce bloating, and it's actually very good for food for your sleep also, relieve stress, and a lot of females it can actually helps to improve her fertility. Like people who come for fertility treatment, I do this point a lot also, manage menopause. So how do you find this point? This point is very easy. Top of your ankle bone on the inner side of your leg. So it's your inner ankle, not your outer one, inner one. 4 fingers width up your ankle. So from the ankle, and it's behind the shin. So just make sure that it's the inner ankle and it's behind the shin, not in front, behind. So when you apply pressure using your thumb, apply pressure on the point, you'll feel a bit sore as well. So same, you'll massage for about 4 to 5 seconds, release, and then press again, release, press again for about 5 to 10 minutes, alternating between the left and right leg. Yep, that's 三阴交. Okay, so I'm just introducing these 2 points because these 2 points is easy for you to assess. Yeah. But of course, when we do acupuncture, it's not only 2 points. When we will assess the body, but the person's body constitution, and then we will do a few points. And needless to say, I'm just trying to reiterate the point that you have to exercise. So even with TCM treatment, so when patient actually after taking the Chinese medication or doing acupuncture and after lifestyle modification, eating well, etc., they will feel a boost in energy. You will feel more energetic. You can exercise. Yeah, then you have to exercise because there's so much TCM can help. We can help you to improve your energy, to improve your spleen function, to remove the humidity, to remove the dampness. But you have to move. You have to exercise. So just keep moving. Just 30 minutes every day. Push the stroller out. Yeah, if it helps, you can wear a pedometer or write down your food and exercise. Yeah, exercise indoor with a mat. Do anything that you can see on yoga. Do yoga or Pilates at home. Some easy workout, just about 20 to 30 minutes a day will be good, be consistent. And needless to say, exercise has a range of a lot of benefits. It actually strengthen the abdominal muscle and help push the digestive waste through your body. Means it can help to detox and improve digestion, increase the blood flow, and also help to relieve stress. So exercise. Yeah, I'm sharing with you a photo of this, my younger boy. So that was last year, end of last year, before COVID before the circuit breaker. After my confinement, I actually pushed him out, and then we go to Pasir Ris Park. So I push my boy out frequently, about 3 times a week. Yeah, I enjoy it, and I think mothers will enjoy it. Actually, the me time, actually, other than exercising, you're also relieving stress. So that's all. And I hope that I'm just sharing some tips with you, like how TCM can help you to manage postnatal weight gain. Some tips at home. Yeah, do you have any questions? I think I'll spend the rest of our time to answer questions.
Yep. Thank you, Physician Jia Yi, for sharing with us, the insights about TCM and how it helps to manage postnatal weight gain. So right now, if you guys have any questions, do feel free to type them out in the chat box below, and then we will ask Physician Jia Yi, and she will provide an answer to you guys. But before everyone, asks their questions, let me start by asking very specific questions where, because some people are actually afraid of needles. So, because just now you mentioned you do acupuncture for managing postnatal weight gain, are there any alternative treatment types that, for someone like me who is afraid of needles, can go for?
Normally for weight management, we will assess so as I say, the patient will come to the clinic and we will assess your body type. So normally I will ask the patient to take herbal medication to improve the overall health, and acupuncture will be recommended. So it's not very painful. I'll encourage the person to try, because it's really not very painful. It's more of the fear of needles. So, but if they are really, really very scared, then maybe I can still use other treatment methods like cupping.
Okay, okay. And
Mm-hmm.
then there's one more thing, because you mentioned the postnatal weight gain is actually caused by dampness that's built up in the body, right? Is this the only major cause of postnatal weight gain, or are there any other factors that contributes to postnatal weight gain
Definitely,
as
there
well?
are a lot of factors, because I don't want to go into too much into theories. That's why I just pick out the most common and very easily understood constitution, which is spleen T deficiency and in accumulated dampness. But there are other constitutions. That's why it's more complicated, like kidney yang or the spleen yang. You just say yin yang, right? Yang xu. So this type of people will feel more cold. Yeah, they will feel very cold. Like they will have like lower back ache. They have cold limbs, like cold feet, and they have like very very bad menstrual cramps. And some people, we say it's the 气滞血瘀 one, they will have very very poor circulation. They will feel very uptight. They'll feel very angsty, very bad tempered, like something like very depressed, something like that. And there's this kind of body type also. Then they will feel very poor circulation, so they have a lot of like stagnated qi and blood in the body. So with that body type, then I will have to improve the body circulation, and to clear the qi and to cleanse the body. So actually, it really
Okay.
depends on the body type.
Okay, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now let's go on to the questions. Okay, questions are coming in. We have one from Jacqueline Yu. Jacqueline is asking, does miscarriage cause weight gain as well?
Oh, definitely. Miscarriage is also we also encourage people, because I see a lot of people who miscarriage as well. So it's also your body also went through a lot. So why do you gain weight after delivering? Because your body went through so much. You carry a child for 9 months, and then during labor you lose a lot of qi and blood. So even for people who have miscarriage in the early early days, like early months, your body went through a lot as well. So you also have to we say tiao, to rebalance your body also. So you can experience weight gain. You can uh, also with 中医 to 调, it also can improve your overall well-being, not only to lose weight, but also to improve your health, so that you can prepare for your next child.
Okay, it's similar, actually, like it's similar to having a child already, right?
Something like that. That's why for people who miscarriage, we also recommend them to do a 小月子. No need to do a full confinement, but you also actually have to be do a small one. Yeah, and
Just
usually
to
best.
rebalance the body.
Yeah, correct. Rebalance, nurse your body back to health because your body went through so much. You really went through so much, so you really have to take care of your body.
Okay, we also have another question from Jacqueline as well. Jacqueline is asking, how often should I take TCM soup to relieve water retention?
Oh, so okay. Once again, it depends on body type. But for the recipes that I shared with you, those are very neutral. That's why I don't want to share with you something that is too, um, uh, not harmful, but you cannot take for long term. This one you can take for frequently, but no need to be every day. But it can be like 2 to 3 times a day. 2 to 3 times a week. Yeah. Or once a week. You can start with once a week first. But if your body can take it, then you can take when you feel your body is you feel good. Normally you feel good. Then you will feel good. You have see a change in your energy level. You don't feel so tired. Don't feel so lethargic. Then you can maybe add on twice a week. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Well, Eve is asking whether we can share the recipe via email. Well, okay, maybe I can answer this. Usually we will share recipes on our social media platforms, which is our Facebook as well as Instagram page. So if you guys haven't followed us yet, you can always go to Yuan Sang TCM Clinic on Facebook as well as Instagram, and you can check out our content because we are always sharing all these very interesting recipes as well as very valuable information regarding TCM on our social media platforms. So you guys can go there and have a look, and then see which one is actually suitable for you. Or if you are unsure, you can also visit our Acupuncture, which is another one of our website where we have physicians to answer your questions. You can go to this URL, which is www.acupuncture.sg. We have physicians on duty to actually give you like a general advice on your questions. But of course, because everyone's body constitution and everyone's scenario is very different. So if you really are not able to get an answer that you are satisfied, you can always visit our clinics for a detailed diagnosis with our physicians as well. So we have another question now from Jacqueline. Does longan red date drink with Tang Shen, I think, helps with dampness as well?
No, that is normally for that one is 补气补血 one. 党参 definitely is to 补气. Red date longan drink. Red date longan is to 补血. So it's to nourish your qi and blood. So this one is a common drink that normally you take it during confinement. It doesn't reduce dampness, but for my confinement or my confinement longan red date tea, I have a lot of ingredients inside. Other than red date longan, 党参, I actually added 赤小豆, which I said just now. I added 赤小豆, 芡实 to reduce dampness. So if you want to reduce dampness, you can just add in 赤小豆 and 芡实. So it's not cooling, and it can improve other than improving your qi and blood, you can actually remove dampness at the same time.
Okay.
And if you're experiencing lower backache, you can add 杜仲 as well.
Du zhong,
So
is for
yeah,
your back, right?
yeah, it 补肾强腰. And if you are really, really the very weak kind, you can even add 黄芪, 北芪.
Okay. So we have another question from Eve. She's asking, does all TCM physicians in Yuansang able to diagnose in postnatal recovery?
Yes, a registered TCM practitioner, because for TCM is different from Western. Western has a lot of specialization. TCM, actually, when we study the concept, it's a very holistic approach. So basically, it's something like we can say that we see everything because we actually receive a lot of information from the person and we actually find the root cause. So no matter what kind of condition you come and seek help, we can give a proper diagnosis, assess your body constitution, and treat accordingly. So, yes, so any registered qualified TCM physician should be able to help you.
Yep. So if you can go to any of our clinics and look for any physician, not just physician Jia Yi, to help you with your issues. So right now we don't have any more questions. If you have any questions, do keep them coming in before we end the session. Okay, for I think maybe physician Jia Yi, can you share with us, for example, let's say how long, after a lady gives birth, is she able to go back to exercising?
That's why I say exercise, right? Start small. After during confinement, of course, you can't really do much. You don't do anything. don't do. You have to get the green light from your doctor. So normally, after you give birth, you have to you have to go and see your gynae, and then they do the check everything. And then when the doctor gives you the green light to exercise, you can start. Then you can start by doing something that is because your stomach abdominal muscle is still weak. So don't do too strenuous exercise. That's why I say you can start with just walking. Just walking. Just go out and walk for 30 minutes. It's going to be, you can start with just strolling, push the stroller out. Yeah, just walk slowly. After that, you can carry on to uh, brisk walking. And some people, I see some mothers, they can actually slow jog with the stroller, like the big kind of
Wow.
stroller, the jogger stroller. But if you can, if your husband can, if you have help at home, you can just leave your baby for a while and then just go out and have some me time, 30 minutes and be back.
Is swimming advisable or no?
Swimming also not depends. As in, when you get the green light, you're not bleeding anymore, and then you can start swimming also. Right, just to make sure, because in TCM we are very scared that you will 中的风湿. So until your body is really strong enough, so if you're unsure, you can actually see a physician first. After your confinement ends, you can actually visit I would recommend you to visit a Chinese physician first, and then they will assess your body constitution and see whether your body is strong enough. Because when you swim, definitely you are not wearing a lot, yeah, and then the water might be cold, so it's not very good for your joints. Yeah, so
Okay.
I would say that for swimming, maybe until you are really strong enough, I would say that keeping your clothes on and walking might be better.
Okay. Okay, we have one question from Emily. Is it more difficult to lose weight as time goes by after confinement? So, for example, let's say if a person can only start exercising 1 year compared to after 1 month after confinement.
That's why I say exercising do not need to be the very strenuous exercise. Start small. It can just be a simple, there's a lot of videos, YouTube videos now. Just 10 minutes or whatever time you can. Try not to like, oh, I don't have time now, I don't have energy now, I wait until 1 year later. The more you drag, then your body will feel more lazy. So you do not need to wait until 1 year later. You can actually really start earlier. But if you really, really, really cannot, and then it's 1 year later, then you want to start, then same thing. Your body should. It depends on your body. If your body qi is very weak, or your condition is very weak, or kidney condition is very weak, you need time to actually balance your body to improve your qi, so that you have your energy, you have the increased metabolism, then you can lose. So it's still a duration. You need to 调 and 需要一个疗程.
Okay. I think another question from Kim, is it possible, I think it's a similar question. Is it still possible to nurse the body back postnatal 2 years?
Can. That's why I say, that's only postnatal. So we see a lot of people who, other than postnatal, like, yeah, anybody who comes in, they want to tell, like, after operation, uh, after accident or anything, they need to nurse their body back to health. Yeah, they can start anytime if they feel that they are very weak. Because there's a condition called suboptimal health. That means when you go to the Western doctors, you do a blood check, you do all the blood tests, results come out negative, but you don't feel good. You feel tired, you feel lethargic, you feel fatigue. Your period is not, the menstrual cycle is haywire, or you feel indigestion, irregular bowel movements, not sleeping well. These are called suboptimal health. So a lot of people actually falls into that category, especially for working adults. So anytime when you feel that you need to 调理, then you can actually come and see a TCM physician to nurse your body back to health.
So is it correct to say that no matter how long after somebody has a kid, uh,
Mm. You
if
can
the
start
person, yeah, if the
anytime.
person is determined to really lose this excess weight, um, anytime they can do it, right?
Anytime. Once if you have the determination, anytime. But of course, as I say, it's most important to lose weight in a healthy manner. So you should, as you lose weight, you should actually feel healthier and healthier. You should feel good and not just losing weight like immediately. So actually, so with TCM's help to improve your health, improve your well-being. You also need to exercise, embrace exercise, and also eat well. So lifestyle modification actually comes hand in hand.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's about it. I don't think we have any more questions. A very big thank you to Physician Jia Yi for joining us and sharing with us valuable information about TCM and how it helps to manage postnatal weight gain. So yeah, everyone have a very good night and the rest of the week, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Okay, bye bye.